YouTube, this is Uncle Momo's music reaction channel where I provide my views on talented artists from around the world, both established artists and non-established artists. And I promise you that you won't be disappointed whatsoever. So why don't you come and join me in discovering amazing, talented artists and bringing it to the forefront of my channel for us to view. Now, my first reaction, we're going to go over to Ukraine. This has just been released about, say, I think less than 24 hours ago, so I'm not too sure if this will get blocked or not. We are going to the TNMK. This is FAHOT, and I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. Endergodar. Is it Endergodar? Is Ukraine. In the description page, it says, today Tankot on Maidan Kongo presents a track about Engodar. Is Inagodar? Is that how you pronounce it? Inagodar. A temporary occupied Ukrainian city located next to Europe's largest Zaporizhzhya. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's Zaporizhzhya. I don't know how to pronounce ZH, so let me know how about that. NPP, a satellite city, worker city, invaders, Russians, or unnecessary delete occupied Endergodar. The Energodar, there you go. They kill, torture, and torturize the population, trying to intimidate, break, and in every possible way assure everyone that the occupation is for a long time. It is not true because Energoдар is Ukraine. The truth is that Ukraine is won as a result of the war. Part of our state is occupied, but we will never accept the fact that the sick Russian Empire is still trying to return us to the Soviet times and still part of the territory from us. Every decimeter of our land is inseparable part of Ukraine. This is Anum. So that's and there's loads more in the description page, and I might read some after as well. But I just wanted to give you a kind of insights on this particular track. Now, I have reacted to him before, and I know that his visuals are very, very explosive and powerful, and also unorthodox in certain ways. You know, something like you would not necessarily, when he does a music video, you can never picture what it's going to be like. You know, you got an idea, then when he shows you his idea, it's like, wow. You know, it's even more of a hard thinking process, or as in after, you know, food for thought kind of thing. So I'm very excited to press the play button. If you haven't done already, please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification button to indicate to you when my next uploads will be. Now, without further ado, you know what we're here for. Great vocabs and a damn good video audio music, plus your support. Can you dig it? But by all means, if you can translate it in English and send it over to myself, more than grateful, you know that. Already, slow motion with the rain.
Енергодар – це Україна.
So I mean, you've just got an unorthodox way of doing things. It's mad.
Таких, як ти кажуть, то місце сили в самому серці моєї країни. Місто пульсує, якщо глянути з неба, наче намисто. І на всі боки випромінює струм. Хвилі летять, наче пальці по струнах. Я чув твою пісню, я бачив той берег. Я не забув і не забуду. Ми рідні люди, коли страшний ворог через поріг залітає додому, починає крушити, ламати, вбивати. Ми мусимо стати. Сили набратися там, де ставен. Козацтво шалено, гасило за волю. Нас так багато єднає з тобою. Бажання любити і не пробачати. бути їм жодної хати.
I need the lyrical content, I really do.
Енергодар – це Україна.
Similar to the
Давніх давен нас хрестили вогнем з усіх боків, налітали вороженьки. Кіхті свої тягнули вони до самого серця рідної неньки. Та усе наше вважали свої. Чорний дім підіймався до синього неба. На жовті лани лилася червона кров. Рвали на шмаття, нас тягнучи до себе. Скільки було їх тих не злічити. Знову приходили діявола діти, собі щось урвати до нашого краю. Скільки було їх жалю ніж. Час єднатися, друже, червоні калюжі по нашій землі. І темно на небі, я знаю, я вірю, я повернуся, я можу покластися тільки на тебе. Енергодар – це Україна. Енергодар – це Україна.
He just got a powerful way of showing things, man. He really had.
Енергодар – це Україна.
Do you remember Arrow?
І не забути їм жодної хати. Рідної хати. Все повернути. Скрізь повернутися. Перемогти. Відбудувати. І обійняти тебе.
I heard about this going on actually.
Обійняти.
Bulletproof.
Енергодар – це Україна.
Fallen soldiers saved his life. I told you, he's just got a powerful way of doing things. Very unorthodox. He's not following the same suit of what everybody else is doing. Ukraine. So that was TNMK, FAHOT. I'm going to read a little bit more in the description. I've translated some more. So it goes, the occupiers are destroying ZNPP workers. They killed Andriy Honachuk. Is that how you pronounce his name? They shot Serhiy Shevet. Was his name, Andrei, was his name on one of the tanks? The whole civilized world sees how Russia behaves on our land. This cannot be erased from the history of our from the world ever. Today, TNMK presents a song, Energoдар, a dictation to those who found themselves in occupation. Ukraine has not forgotten anything. Ukraine will return. Ukraine will thank you. Energoдар is Ukraine. The band would like to thank the company. That's the Energoatom. There you go. The director, Yuri Kovalev, and all those who contributed to this video. Deep respect for those who still remained on the other side, and he is waiting for the moment when the truth will win and will definitely come back. Meet and hugs, because Energoдар is Ukraine. And I know that, you know, what I've been told throughout the history and going back to like the 14th century, like way back. And incidentally, when I watched this documentary, and it was saying that even back in the 14th century, I think even the 15th century, which is really uncanny, when they both started, when the war began, when Ukraine was absolutely more powerful than Russia, the two leaders at that time had the same surnames as, you know, Putin's surname for Russia and Ukrainian president as well. They had the same surname. I don't know if it's family or whatever, but I was watching. I'll leave the link to that one. No, actually, I have left the link. It's in my community page. It was I wanted to find out what was the history and how far it goes back. And this documentary, even though it was about, say, half an hour, I left the link on my community page. But I wanted to give some of the Western world, because the majority of the Western world think that this is just a new war. You know, that Russia just came out and just started because of what NATO and everything else. But this has been going on for many hundreds, if not thousands of years, and I wanted to find where did it stem from and all that stuff. And there's like in my community page there is a link just on the history of how it kind of started and thing. And it's really amazing insight. Very look, you can have your own opinions, and then you can send me your messages as well. That'd be amazing. We're just going straight into this music video right here. What made me think is that there's been some underground kind of words, you know, in the dark world, that certain soldiers would take civilians to like the warehouse and execute them. And these are civilians, you know, and I'm trying to say, look, that can't be true. In this day and age, you know, everybody's got a humanitarian side. We're not evil. We do follow leaders, and we do follow, you know, certainly armies, you know, they follow orders. But at some point, when an order is taken out, it's oneself where you've got to look at it and say, right, okay, I'm a soldier, I'm taking this order, but is this right? You know, and it's down to the individual self. Is this right? And you are at your most powerful when you feel that you're at your most weakest. When you're backed into a corner where you feel that you have to make that decision, have to make that choice. And I believe that people will make the right choice. In this day and age, you'll have to. But so far, the proof is in the pudding, you know, in the videos, in what you see. And they're not letting up on that. And it's like, wow, where's your humanitarian side? Where is the God inside you? You know, God doesn't fight on both sides. As simple as. So when you're hearing somebody that's executing somebody, don't do it in the name of the God. Defend yourself in the name of God, but you can't execute anybody in the name of God. That's like, come on, you know. This music video gives you food for thoughts on every kind of aspects. It really does. And like I said, THNK. Like I said, they've got this way of putting things in front of you where you have no choice but to open your eyes to see. You know, even if you close your eyes, you still see it. You know, they have that massive, strong effect on you. And with the simplistic format as well, because the music in itself had about 3 or 4 beats in there. But I'm not actually going at the same time, but every effect had a strong, potent impact. It was just full on. But if you count everything around it, it had this simplistic format. And this is what is needed to have a really strong creative impact. And for that reason, I salute you. Absolutely amazing.
І не забути їм жодної хати. Рідної хати. Все повернути. Скрізь повернутися. Перемогти. Відбудувати. І обійняти тебе. Тебе обійняти. Енергодар.